You guys are so willing not to like Shedeur Sanders, not to like this guy over. Let me put Shedeur's name. You guys are willing not to like Shedeur Sanders. Hey, Sebastian, come on here, my pit boy. Let's make a video. You're so unwilling to like Shedeur Sanders that you'll lie about today's performance about Dillon Gabriel. We just witnessed that atrocity that is known as the Cleveland Browns offense. Kevin Stefanski, what are you doing, man? You're gonna lose almost every single game this year playing that type of bullshit offense. No, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Forget about liking Shedeur Sanders. Forget about liking the Cleveland Browns. How about the love of the game? How about watching an actual football game and enjoying the reasons what made you a fan of this game of football? Look, the NFL are going to destroy their sports by keep playing these trash quarterbacks, bro. No wonder in college and the NFL, quarterback play has been garbage because kids are learning that you don't have to be a good quarterback to get a starting job in the NFL. You don't have to have skill sets to play in the NFL. If one of these owners and coaches look at you and you remind them of their grandkids or their sons, they will give you a starting job in the National Football League. That's what you're telling athletes. What we just watched Dillon Gabriel do, man. Him and Tua Tagovailoa, two Hawaiian trash quarterbacks that you want us to believe is acceptable enough to watch during the NFL Sunday game. The game was horrible, but I had to sit there and watch everything because I cover sports and I love you guys. I got my Shedeur jersey on and I'm like, I'm watching this garbage. This man Tua had 55 yards. Tua had 37 yards at halftime passing. Dillon Gabriel had 55 yards, 5 for 7 during halftime. And you guys overhyped him. I seen the media and the announcers, they were glazing this scrub quarterback from head to toe. Wow, a natural born leader, a leader of men. The nigga is 5 for 7 and 55 yards. What the hell are you people talking about? You can't tell me the NFL collusion didn't go through the ranks of the pundits, the analysts, the writers, the publications that are out there, because everybody are pretending all of a sudden Dillon Gabriel is an acceptable enough quarterback. Here's where it damages your team. Quinshon Judkins, the one you Cleveland Browns fans and you Dillon Gabriel groupies gave up on. When he got arrested, all you Cleveland supporters said, let him go, released him. I got 3 videos on my channel when he got arrested that said, don't thread on him and don't get rid of Judkins. He's a young guy. We made careless mistakes and he beat his situation. He was proven to be innocent in that situation. That's why he's back on the team. He didn't barely practice or anything, and I told y'all it don't matter. Him and Sampson are 2 serviceable running backs. Let me get my pit bull for y'all, man. We got to end this game, bro. Shout out to shout out to Shedeur's #1 supporter, my pit bull, Sebastian. Sebastian, get down right quick, because I got to talk about these Cleveland Doodle Browns, bro. So the Cleveland Doodle Browns, they run Judkins. He has 85 yards, 2 touchdowns in the first half. I'm watching the game, and I'm like, this ain't going to work. You gave Judkins over 15 carries in the first half. Hell no, you can't win games like that. That ain't Terrell Davis. That ain't AP. He ain't Adrian Peterson. That bullshit is not going to work in high school. It's not going to work in college. And it's damn sure not going to work in the NFL. Because by the time we get to the second half, the defense already got adjusted. The trash Miami defense already got adjusted to Judkins. By the time it was only 3 minutes left in the fourth, Judkins only had a total of, what was it? I think it was 85 yards total after that, or 90. That means he only had like 15 to 20 yards after the first half success he had, because it gets watered down. It gets predictable. These bubble screen passes you keep doing, Kevin Stefanski, every defender start getting acclimated to it. They get adjusted to it because you're not that guy. You don't believe in your quarterback. And I'm going to tell you, look, you already are a trash coach. you're a trash play caller. But here's what make your play calling look absolutely worse. Because you have a limited quarterback, therefore your offense is limited. Dillon is a limited quarterback in height, his stature, his IQ is not there. All you people said he had a high IQ. Dillon Gabriel, last game against the Steelers, he was supposed to have 6 interceptions. And if we're being fair, minimum 4 interceptions. Because 6 interceptions were dropped against the Steelers. 4 of them 100% should have been an interception. Dillon Gabriel should be leading all quarterbacks in interceptions right now. You guys know it. All the games he played, it was drops, interceptions. I told you he's the interception king. So you can mask this game because you played an awful Miami Dolphin that's nothing without Tyreek Hill. And I've been saying it, Tua Tagovailoa should have never been a first-round pick. I said Jalen Hurts was 10 times better than him, but you people like BMWs with no engines. Some of us are fine with Toyota Corolla because it goes further than your whack-ass BMWs. Because Dillon Gabriel, Tua Tagovailoa, they're the shiny new BMW that the real American conglomerate don't give a damn about. You talk to 98% of American citizens, we don't have these foreign vehicles of these luxury cars. No, we just like a nice looking car that can take us from point A to B, and that's it. These so-called flashy cars are no good for nobody. They're for show. They're for fanciness. And that's what Dillon Gabriel is. It's for every Shedeur Sanders haters to propped up at, look, Dillon is better than Shedeur. For all the things you guys say negative about Shedeur Sanders, honestly, you're telling me Shedeur couldn't went out there against the Dolphins and play better than this? Why not test Shedeur Sanders against the Dolphins? So the coaching staff in the front office of the Cleveland Doodle Browns are telling me that Shedeur Sanders couldn't have done no better than what Dillon just had to do against the Dolphins. Was Dillon even in this game? It's like everybody contributed to this victory besides Dillon Gabriel because the receivers didn't do shit. If you are an NFL wide receiver, there is no way they can pay you to go play for the Cleveland Doodle Browns because you go ask Odell Beckham, you go ask my guy, Dad, he just retired, Amari Cooper. You go ask any great wide receivers, would they ever go to Cleveland? And they'll say, hell no. It has nothing to do with wins and losses because diva wide receivers don't really care about wins. They care about their stats. And if you go to that cemetery that's known as the Cleveland Doodle Browns, you will have any stats to show who you are. Your career will be over with. How can you win games when your quarterback keeps throwing for below 50 yards or only 50-something yards every single 2 quarters? How can you win an NFL game like that? So you want me to think he's a good passer? Even the games that Dillon Gabriel eclipsed 200 yards passing, it was 3-yard dump passes or 2-yard dump passes or the very famous 5-yard screen bubble screens passes. And you guys don't talk about that. Every media journalist are about to glaze the Cleveland Browns. I seen them bum niggas jumping on the sidelines like you just won the Super Bowl. I'm about to make a second video about that to see those melanated players jumping for joy. And I was surprised they didn't pick up Dillon Gabriel and put him on their shoulders and sing, "We are the champion." Head ass. Sit down somewhere with that garbage. You ain't fooling real people, boy. You ain't fooling real football aficionados like DJ BlessOne, boy. Your team is done. And I enjoyed every single minute of watching your victory, but not for the reasons that you scrub groupies think I am. It's for obvious reasons. Because if you're a football fan, you understand the game of football. God damn, Cleveland Browns are in big, big trouble. I'm talking trouble. Like, this was atrocious, bro. You guys are not paying attention to the main things moving forward. You cannot win games the way Cleveland Browns just beat the Dolphins. There is no way in hell you should be leaving feeling great about yourself because you're 2-5 now. Get ready when you're 2-10 and come back to BlessOne, but you don't want to hear that. You're gonna play this predictable offense against real NFL teams? All right, come back at me and tell me how's that working for you.